Hi everyone. Well, I've brought Jess out because I do believe that he needs a bathroom today. But I really want to talk about, jungle carpet pythons and, do they make good beginner snakes for people? And I often hear people say, no, that they're not necessarily a beginner snake, and to have some experience. And I'm not going to argue that point at all. I've had mine for a long time, so I know them very well and I know what they're like. And all I can say to you is I don't find them to be very hard at all to care for. I think their husbandry needs are very, very easy, really, to care for them. That 31 Celsius is needed for them, though some might like it a little bit cooler, but that's the individual snake itself and something that you will pick up on anyway. And of course that drop over the other side of their enclosure to give them a cooler side by a couple of degrees. 26, 27 is fine for them. Their humidity is around anywhere from the 45 to 60%. Of course, when they're shedding and going through that cycle, then try and keep it up over the 50% for them, just to help them with that shedding process. They do like to climb and they do like to be off the ground, and that is one thing that I have to say about jungle carpet pythons is they're not floor. They're not, well, neither of mine are overly clean. Oh, clean. They're very clean animals, keen on spending time on the floor. And Jesse may do that when he's in shed, and he may go into his hide down on the lower, cooler side. But otherwise, my guys spend their life up off the ground. You've got to give them things to climb. You've got to give them height. More than floor space. Give them that height. They've got that, they're going to do well. What else can I say about them? I have Lily, and yes, she has something else in her. Absolutely. I still consider her to be, a jungle carpet python, for sure. But just active and easygoing. They are easygoing, and I hear that they're bitey, they're snappy, yes, and good boy, my Jesse. He tells me he's at his door, he's making noise in his enclosure, he's saying, I need to get out of here because I need to go to the toilet. And yeah, good on him for letting me know. Yes, as little ones they can be. They can absolutely be snappy and so forth, but so do a lot of babies. They can all come to you exactly like that, but they don't stay like that if you spend the time with them. They get over it and they realise we're not going to harm them, that they'll actually end up enjoying being out, which is Lily, who is out right now, which is why I can't stay out very long with Jessie, because she hadn't settled. She was moving around. But Jessie was desperate to get out, and I wasn't going to wait and him dirty in his enclosure because he dislikes it because of Lily being slow today and where she wanted to be. Hi everyone, as I'm not exactly sneaking up on Lily. She's only been out 10 minutes, I guess, and hasn't quite made up her mind about where she's going to actually settle. And I was sort of hoping she'd come out and just go on up to her usual spot and just chill out, but she's not. But today I want to talk about jungle carpet pythons, good beginner snakes, or pythons. They are snakes. Well, I do have two, but I'm going to leave her and we're going to go over to Jessie, who I can see right now really wants to come out, and a pretty easygoing boy, though I do have to open the door pretty gently for Jessie, because he initially thinks I'm getting something to eat, but as you can see, he's now realized no, it's not anything to eat. And it's not that I open the door and I just go in with the feeder, but I think Jessie thinks that's what should be and how it should be for him. Always a hungry boy, eats really well, and that's one thing that I will say is they are really good eaters. Though, please don't offer mice to them, because they are so known that if you switch them over to mice, you're just not going to get them back onto rats. And Lily is very much like that. And what are you doing, Gar? What is your problem? Why are you panicking? All of a sudden, is there a big snake near your enclosure? Maybe he's thinking that is a massive snake, and that snake just might. Let's see if I don't think I can get Jessie one-handed. Actually, Car on it. Can you see him? Like he's panicking. That isn't just cruising around. That is a little bit of panic. I know it's pretty dark, but yeah. I'm going to bring Jessie back. I think. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, my goodness. Jess, do not make this difficult for me. Please, boy. Whoa. I'm just watching Car. And making sure he's not panicking too much. Sorry, dude. He's just hiding there behind the plant. I'm sorry if that really frightened you. Hey. Oh, I'm sorry about the glare, but and they're out of focus there. Well, he seems to be okay. Well, oh no, he's not. No, he's not. He's really in a bit of a panic. I'm sorry that the conversation kind of turned around to Car, but I'm amazed at how panicked he kind of got here. So what I'm actually going to do, you can see him still not, really happy at all. So I'm going to cover in these two sides for him, and hopefully that will settle him down, and he will not feel so out in the open. So sorry I've got distracted from what I was talking about, which is jungle carpets, and do they make good beginner snakes? I believe that they do. I don't think that they're so overly complicated in any way. Of course, if you get them as a hatchling, yeah, they're going to be a little bit snappy, but work with them and they'll just grow out of it. Start on rats. Make sure they've been eating rats, because honestly, switching them back to rats if they've eaten mice, honestly, jungles would have to be the hardest to switch back. Other species, not so much. But your jungles are terrible for getting the taste for mice, and then you're done. You are done. You can't switch them back, and Lily is an example, and I have tried, and it just isn't going to happen. So I am going to pick up Jessie now and get back into Lily. Just a very short video. If you want to know any more about your jungle carpets and anything to do with their care, actually what I'll do is I'll switch off, I'll get Jessie back in, and I'll show you his enclosure. So guys, you take care of yourself, your family, your friends, and all your animals. Take care of your snakes.